Today I fucked up by allowing my jealous cousin use my laptop. I, 19 female, and my cousin 17 male, have been at each other's throats for as long as I can remember. My cousin, 17 male who we'll call Mark, has always been financially better off than I am. He always was able to go on vacation, always had the nicest clothes and the nicest things, and a part of me resented him for that. So my birthday was over a month ago. My mom has saved up for months to buy me a MacBook Air. When I got it I was so happy. You guys don't understand. I had never received anything more expensive than $50 max. I don't blame my mom for it. I have siblings and she's a single parent. I've used the laptop to draw, play Minecraft, watches movies, etc. I loved it. Well, my cousins were staying over for the holidays coming up. Thanksgiving at my house is basically a Christmas. We put up the tree and pick out names for Secret Santa. My cousin was already angry that I had received a laptop for my birthday and he didn't. I was humble about it though. I didn't rub it in or anything, I just posted on my social media, and instead of my private story I posted it on public. Well, all of this boils down to today. Mind you, we hadn't really said anything to each other. I kept my distance because we would usually end up arguing. This guy acts like anything he says is facts and never checks actual resources and gets his information from TikToks. He came to me rather nicely, which is where I fucked up. I should have known something was up. He asked to use my laptop in order to watch Netflix. It's the Christmas season, so I was feeling nice in that moment, so I let him use it. I kid you not a few hours later he brings it to me smashed with a smug look. Of course I am angry as hell. This is the only gift of any type of monetary value I've received in my life. I immediately ask him to explain. He then called me trash and that I shouldn't have something this expensive anyway. Not only did I jump up from my seat faster than Speedy Gonzales, I started pummeling this MF. While we were wrestling he was able to get in a few punches. My mom and my aunt and my uncle comes into my room and drags me off of him, both of us crying. I was crying not because I was hurt but because my laptop. He however had a bloody nose. My aunt started cradling him like a baby and he started bawling harder, explaining how I tripped and broke my laptop, but I blamed him for it. I literally started screaming louder than ever before and told them what he said about me. My mom of course is very upset. She started crying too. She's a waitress and spent forever saving my gift. It's not like we're made of money. Now my aunt and my mom are fighting. My aunt blaming me and my mom defending me. I can't prove what he said about me. I can't prove I didn't break it. I am just so angry. I've been trying to calm down but I can't. I am so upset. Edit 1. A good 50% of the people are asking violence. This post's comments are gonna get locked so fast, tears of joy. Too long did not read. Let my cousin borrow my laptop. He smashed it and called me trash. I beat that MF to a pulp. Now Thanksgiving is ruined and my mom and my aunt are fighting. Not really your fuck up. Your cousin is an entitled little bitch. Did anyone hear him ask you to use the laptop or see him using it? If he smashed it, there's likely some evidence of it being smashed around the house. That guy is an asshole. Today I fucked up by accidentally breaking a serious law. Too long did not read. I accidentally ticked the box. I am unable to read and write English on my jury summons form and got excused for life, accidentally committing a felony with a $1,000 fine or 2 months jail time. Happened just now. So I just got home and found a prospective juror letter in my mailbox. The date of sending was the 7th of November. It also says I must submit the questionnaire by the 19th of November, with today being the 17th. I'll admit, I panicked. It is a serious offense to not submit the form. Having no reason other than employer may be upset without me for a month, I logged in online to complete the questionnaire. You have to go through I will not lie, declaration. I filled out the form only for it to say, you have been permanently removed from the summons list? I go back to my answers to see that I read, I am unable to read and write English, as, I am able to. Cue further panic. I try to see if I can change the answer or delete it and redo it. Nope, not online. Unfortunately I work the entire hours they are open for calling, so I send screenshots of the hard copy form I was given, apologizing and saying I am capable and able. Hopefully they can fix it, as I don't want to have a problem with declaring the wrong information. The penalty of wrongful information is $1,000 or 2 months jail time. I am also questioning my ability to read, something I have never done as I am an avid reader and born and bred English speaker. Edit. Typos. Update. I just reread the form and it's not due until the bloody 19th of December. Seriously questioning my ability to read now. Edit 2. For those saying this is not real. It definitely is. I have a date-stamped email to the juror's email address I sent before going to bed last night. FYI, I'm female, not male. Those saying just don't respond or cop out of jury duty. I am the kind of person that likes helping my local community and the government. My mill is in politics and I have my own views about everything and love that it is mandatory to vote. I regularly volunteer for charity and donate what I can, so this is not out of character for me to do this. There is also no reason for me not to do it, and honestly I wouldn't mind a break from my current work. For those saying it's not a serious law. Technically in my country it is akin to fraud, as you are relying on a legal government document. But there is a lower penalty as it's not as serious as other types of fraud. Side notes. I don't actually think I will have a problem because I emailed immediately. I shared because it was such a ridiculous fuck up that I figured I'd share because it's funny. My husband was at work and he laughed so hard when I told him about it. This is the first time either of us have received a juror questionnaire. In a way you proved that you were unable to read English. Intent means a lot to the law. Doubt it would ever be of consequence, but your good faith effort to fix the mistake will help if they do find it. As someone who has built these types of online government form processing systems, it's probably not a huge deal. Someone should be able to manually reprocess your submission, just gotta find that person. We'll get you some crayons. Cheers for trying to do the right thing. From now on, you're going to live your life pretending to be blind. I'm sure this is going to lead to all sorts of wacky adventures, but in the end it's all going to work out as we all learn about taking responsibility for your mistakes. You'll even end up with the girl. Which might be a little tricky if you're already in a relationship or not attracted to women. But I'm sure all that will lead to another round of wacky adventures. Today I fucked up snacking on prunes when I got the munchies. Today I fucked up was like 45 minutes ago. I am sitting on the toilet. Honestly I would cry, but I don't have the energy. I took weed for my chronic pain like I usually do. A real monster migraine tonight. The type that makes me want to die. I smoke the weed, pain doesn't disappear but I feel a lot better. I get the munchies. I checked my pantry for snacks and there was the bag of prunes. I had somewhere between 5 and 12 of them. I don't eat prunes. I had heard of what they do for some people, but I had never been personally introduced to her effects. I feel nothing for over 30 minutes. Then suddenly in the span of less than 5 minutes, all shit went loose. Literally. And the worst part isn't even the shit. It's the cramps, it's the intestines cramping and screaming for help, turning to stone, like receiving 1,000 punches in the gut. Too long, did not read. Was too stupid and too high, ate a bunch of prunes when the munchies hit. Many poops. Much pain. Much sad. Much regrets. Have some water and take it easy. You might be a bit dehydrated after all of that. Prunes don't fuck around lol. I remember not going because of pain medicine once before and I figured, being a bigger dude, one full solo cup of the juice wouldn't be enough so I drank 2 of them. One would have been overkill already. I probably lost 5 pounds in water weight within 2 hours' time and had to have a towel under me when I finally went to bed. You don't know until you know. I feel you, friend. Get well soon. I once munchied a box of Fiber One bars. They were caramel and so yummy. Oof. Also, if you have like 5+ migraines a month, ask your doctor about migraine meds. Sumatriptan will stop a migraine in its tracks, though it can make you pretty tired at higher doses, and Topermate prevents them, taken daily. Good luck on your shit venture, bud. Just remember that you are high and this won't last forever. Today I fucked up by stealing over $1,000 worth of food from the restaurant I work at. This is a months-long fuck up that came to a head today. 6 months ago, I started working at the restaurant. The restaurant is a small, family-owned place with like 10 employees, myself included, and has a very laid-back vibe. The owner, who I'll call Matt, has always been chill and honestly I've interacted with him only second to last of all the employees. When I started, I worked the evening shift and was trained by the evening shift waiter, who I'll call Aaron. Aaron didn't care a lot about his job. He had been planning on quitting for some time before I started, and redeclared his hatred for the restaurant and everyone in it nearly every day until he finally did quit. As such, he was very flippant with a lot of things, and didn't put too much effort into anything unless he absolutely had to. One of the things Aaron taught me about were the discounts. Employees get a free meal a shift, military discount, etc., as well as the family discounts. A hefty discount, that one. He never explicitly told me exactly who counts as family, but when I would take home some food for my own family, he applied the family discount to it. Now, my family loves to eat. They love the food from the restaurant. Slowly, I got into the habit of bringing home food almost at least once a week, possible with a combination of my employee meal and the family discount. Some small part of me felt like it was wrong. Every time I bought food, something in me asked, "Are you sure you can be doing this?" And I always ignored it. But my family pressured me to bring them food and were offended if I didn't offer, and that spoke louder than that small part of me. The tenseness of my home life, which would take a long stand-alone post to explain, wasn't worth making worse by not bringing home some stupid food when they asked. It's worth mentioning the owner's sibling, who also works at the restaurant, has applied the family discount to my to-go order one time, and comped the entire order another time. So my belief that I could use the discount wasn't entirely built on shaky foundations. Yesterday, I took home a bag of food. It was a particularly slow day, and my to-go order was one of the only ones the entire shift. My orders are pretty similar each time, and I'm sure the owner, Matt, who cooks in the evening, recognizes it. For some reason, he was prompted to look at my order yesterday. I watched him walk to the computer, walk back, walk to the computer again, and leave in a significantly more irritated mood than he'd been in earlier. When I went back to the computer, my order ticket was on the counter and the transaction had been pulled up, my added discounts highlighted in red. For context, what would have been a $45 order was only $11. My heart sank. I knew immediately that I shouldn't have been using the discount this entire time. I fully planned on coming in to work today apologizing. Matt beat me to it. He told me in essence today that he wants me to pay him back for everything I've used the discount on, and he offered to just take a little out of my checks until I pay it off. For some reason, I was thinking I would owe maybe $300, $400, so I told him I'd rather just pay it all off at once so we're square. Matt is notoriously frugal, and owing him money is the last position I want to be in. Tonight, I did the math of what I might actually owe him. It could be anywhere from $1,000 to $2,800, depending on how accurate my memory is. I am such an idiot. Now, tomorrow, I have to go swallow my pride and apologize again and tell Matt I actually can't pay it all off at once, because I barely have $500 for my bills this month. I should have never assumed I could use the family discount, and now I have to, literally, pay for it. Too long did not read. I've been using a discount I shouldn't have to buy food for the last 6 months, and now I owe the restaurant over $1,000. #EDIT. Okay, yikes lol. I literally posted this and went to sleep and honestly was probably going to delete this today, but Reddit. Just wanted to clear up a couple of things I've seen repeated in the comments. For one, I'm not going to quit my job. I like the people I work with, I know the job, and I make enough to support my family and elderly grandparents. Also, been there and done that. I actually intended to quit a little while ago, gave my 2 weeks and everything, but at the last second I got cold feet and decided to stay. I realized all of the above, and I am grateful for having a pretty good job when I would otherwise be stocking shelves at Walmart or making Panda Express. Not that they're bad jobs, but the pay disparity is there. Secondly, I feel the owner has every right to be mad. Like I said, this is a small family-owned place. Over $1,000 is not exactly pocket money for a small business. I fully intend to pay it back, just not in the lump sum I originally told him. Haha. I'm going to let him keep my checks until they're paid off. I would explain to him exactly how you came to be doing what you did. He was probably angry when he first saw it and will have calmed down. The discounts that other employees, including his family, have given to you should not be blamed on you. He will probably be more reasonable after he's had time to think on what's happened. I would first make it clear that his sister and your former boss, trainer are the ones who taught you this. This shouldn't be on you. Stop. Do not pay him anything. You stole nothing, you were trained and other people oaked it. Just stop doing it moving forward. Server trainer here. Not your fault you were trained to steal without realizing it by Matt's trainers. You owe him nothing.